The coronavirus is spreading in most parts of Britain, where the official death toll is over 46,000, the highest in Europe. The country is considering a new month-long lockdown next week. Now, for the latest, let's go live to our correspondent, Yolo App David. Yolo, the Prime Minister has insisted for months that the lockdown would be unnecessary. But we understand he's considering a new month-long lockdown and is expected to make the announcement after a cabinet meeting. What are you hearing so far?
He's supposed to make the announcement in an hour's time. That's been put back to 5 o'clock local time, so in 2 hours' time. Boris Johnson in the past has said it would be a disaster to have a full national lockdown for the second time in the UK. So this will prove to be quite a difficult announcement if, as expected, he, flanked by some of his senior advisors in terms of medical and science here in the UK, if he does decide that there should be another national lockdown in England. Different parts of the UK have different policies. There is already a national lockdown in Northern Ireland for 4 weeks and 17 days lockdown in Wales. So this announcement, of course, by Boris Johnson would affect England, but it does affect the most populated part of the UK, and that would be seen to be another U-turn, another change of policy by this government who has struggled for the last 7 months in trying to deal with the pandemic. And all this has come about because of a leak to the media, because of one of the scientific advisory group for emergencies, the committee called SAGE, which has basically released that the outcome of detailed research done in the last few weeks shows that the infections could rise to 2,000 a day, even 4,000 a day in the next 4 to 6 weeks. It's that red light, the danger of COVID-19 being far worse, that's now galvanising the UK government, and we're told that the Prime Minister is angry. He's pretty furious that he's being put into this position where he now has to make an announcement that he quite obviously didn't want to make.
Now, so what exactly is the issue here? Why is the situation getting worse?
It is the increase of infections, and what we're seeing is that this second wave of the pandemic, as we've seen in several other European countries, is getting worse. And we have the scientific advisors telling the Prime Minister, and obviously quite often telling the media almost every day, that the infections will get worse until the test and trace system is improved, and until people follow the regulations as stringently as they have done a few months ago. But the argument has almost become political, whether there should be regional lockdowns, as we are seeing in many parts of England. There are 11 million people in England already under lockdown, of a certain kind of local lockdowns, but whether that is good enough to stop the increase of COVID-19, and whether now there should be a national lockdown. The opposition parties in the UK are calling for a national lockdown in England, and of course the Conservative, the ruling party, the governing party, has tried to stop that. They don't want to see that because of the harm to the economy. And now it seems that there may well be an announcement just on that, whether there should be a national lockdown in England, as we have seen in other parts of the UK.
All right, thank you, Yolo, for following that story for us.